All right, folks, the Warriors' last 3 games, 2 wins and 1 loss. But these weren't just any games.
All the attention was on his shot. Nobody paying attention to the guy under the basket.
Sam Hauser puts the Celtics up by 5. Buddy Hield.
Field goal, flipped, and foul. Wiggins is show and go, going to challenge the shot blocker and score.
They went up against the Boston Celtics, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the OKC Thunder. Arguably 3 of the best teams in the NBA right now. And yes, it was on the road in some of the toughest arenas where they snagged 2 victories. Sure, they got blown out by the Cavs in one of those games. That happens. But what really matters? The Dubs walked into the homes of both Western and Eastern Conference favorites and came out with wins. So if anyone thought their hot start was only because of easy matchups, don't wonder anymore. This Warriors squad is legit. Now, if there's one player who's been nothing short of electrifying, it's none other than Mr. 30 himself, Steph Curry. In their recent game against OKC, Curry was on fire.
Behind Giannis, Steph Curry let both teams play good defense, which is part of the game.
You never see Andrew Wiggins complaining about anything. If he's talking to the official about something, you probably want to look again at that.
Back in the zone. Curry the zone.
He dropped 36 points, grabbed 7 boards, and dished out 5 assists. The third quarter? That was peak MVP Steph. He started things off with a smooth cut to the rim, finishing an and one off an Andrew Wiggins offensive board. Then, in classic Steph fashion, he used his handles to glide past Jalen Williams for a perfect reverse layup. But that was just the warm-up, because soon enough, he was sinking jumper after jumper, including a couple of beauties toward the end of the quarter, a baseline step back against Cason Wallace, and, of course, a signature Curry 3.
At home this year is Steph Curry hits a 3.
We can talk about the Warriors' depth. We can talk about Buddy Hield or Draymond Green's defense. All of that matters. But what truly elevates this team's championship potential is that we're seeing the best version of Steph Curry since his playoff series against the Kings. And if that felt like a hot take after the Celtics game, his performance against OKC made it clear. Steph makes every player around him a threat. Just look at this play where he brings the ball up, draws in Chet Holmgren, then glances at Trace Jackson-Davis, pulling in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as well. The result? A slick over-the-shoulder pass to Wiggins in the corner for an open 3. This is Steph's magic, not just in assists, but in manipulating defenses to open up shots for his teammates. It's easy to look at the stats and miss the nuances of Curry's playmaking. His gravity on the court gives Draymond, Trace, and Looney opportunities to find cutters or set up secondary plays, creating an unmatchable flow. And even guys like Buddy Hield are seeing the benefits.
Transition here. Green, outside Hield, and a 3. 17 shots.
If Buddy Hield can get going.
3. Into the third corner. Hield, 3. 8 over the Pelicans. Here's a 3 by Hield. Waters has it. Hield at the other end.
Zion has to be more selfish offensively. He's got to stop the front. Here's a zone here by New Orleans.
Hield himself admitted he's never been this open before. Credit to Curry's presence on the floor. And watching Steph play like this, it gives serious hope that the Warriors could be a legit force in the West. This is exactly what you need from your superstar when you're up against guys like Jokic, Luka, and Shai. But it's not just an offense. When you're facing elite players in the Western Conference, having defenders who can match up against them is key.
If you remember last year, Steph and Steve talking about the lineups and just kind of running out of options of lineups that we can go to. And this year is the total opposite. You know, if we need to go small, we can go small. We need to put a shooting lineup out there, we can put a shooting lineup. We need to put a defensive lineup, we can put a defensive lineup. We need to put a big lineup, we can put a big lineup. You know, and so definitely makes a difference in a night like tonight where, you know, they play 5 guards all night pretty much. It's good we're able to have that adaptability.
We already know what Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Gary Payton II bring to the table. But DeAnthony Melton, folks, we're seeing why the Warriors picked him up in the offseason, and honestly, he might be their best acquisition yet. Yes, even more than Hield.
Hunter playing with a small lineup is nothing new over the course of this season. Melton from the outside. And as he shows it. Curry trying to relocate in the corner, and it's melted. The line.
My goodness.
Boy, they keep another three, and banks home another three. Gary Payton the second getting the start. Not Trace Jackson Davis. SJ caught him this time. It's J-Dub defending. The kick out, Melton off the catch.
This isn't about comparing the two, it's about what Melton adds. A unique blend of versatility on both ends of the floor. Aged 3 inches with a 7'1" wingspan, Melton's impact is huge, especially as a defensive fit alongside Steph. And Melton's shooting? Legit. He hit 5 threes against OKC, largely thanks to Steph's playmaking setting him up for high-quality looks. But Melton isn't just a catch-and-shoot guy. He can create his own shot off the dribble, come off screens, and knock down shots on the move. He's not Steph or Hield, of course, but that's the beauty of this Warriors roster. With 2 of the best shooters in history already in place, Melton's role lets him shine without having to carry the load. Defensively, Melton's impact might be even more exciting. Check out this play. He's initially involved in the action on a shy drive, hangs back for a second, rotates out to cover the corner, and then, using that wingspan, deflects the pass, just as J-Dub tries to grab it. This is the type of hustle and versatility that can make this Warriors team a nightmare to play against. With Steph playing at an MVP level, Buddy Hield finding his groove, Jonathan Kuminga providing scoring off the bench, and defenders like Melton, Wiggins, and Draymond in the lineup, the Dubs are looking solid. And let's take a moment to talk about Wiggins. Remember that play with him and Chet Holmgren? That aggression on the drive wasn't just a one-off. This is Wiggins' attitude all season. He's playing with a newfound confidence, attacking the rim with decisiveness and physicality, something we didn't see as consistently last year. Defensively, Wiggins is locked in, shading Shea's right side on one possession because he knows the help is coming from the left. When TJD steps in to help, Wiggins uses his length to poke the ball away for a steal. And with 2 minutes left in the game, as the Thunder try to close the gap, Shea goes for his signature step back. Wiggins is right there, contesting the shot. No small feat when you're dealing with a scorer of Shai's caliber. This kind of defensive effort doesn't turn star players into no-shows, but it forces them to work for every single shot. And those extra efforts lead to turnovers, tough looks, and ultimately wins. When you put all these pieces together, Steph's brilliance, depth with guys like Hield and Kuminga, defensive stoppers in Draymond, Wiggins, and now Melton, what you get is a team that not only competes but beats the best in the league. This Warriors team isn't just good on paper. They're proving it on the court, in the toughest environments, against the top contenders. So, if you're enjoying this breakdown and want to keep up with everything Warriors, consider subscribing. It's free, and hitting that like button would really help out too. Most importantly, folks, have a great day.